A lobbying firm owned by Doug Ford's former personal aide shows how an inside track gets it done under the Ford government. And Charlie Pinkerton wrote an amazing article detailing all of this, with the lobbying company being run by a former longtime close aide and confidant of Doug Ford, with his clientele being a mishmash of different people that he came across while working for the Ford government. And different email schedules and calendars show how him and the other leaders of his company have intersected in the premier's office with at least 5 different stakeholders that their lobbying firm later represented. And in a pair of cases, Cody Millett, who is now Atlas's managing director, helped these stakeholders while working for Ford. And it is very clear in Ontario, former public servants, including ministers or premier's office staff, mustn't give advice or assistance on the same proceedings, negotiation, or transaction that they had while working within the government. And yet, we are seeing that somebody who was Ford's principal secretary, his most senior staffer responsible for managing stakeholders, as well as an executive assistant who is a senior policy advisor, are the people who are benefiting from these contracts. And in some incidences, they're not even registering as lobbyists, instead describing themselves as the cornerstone of the firm's strategic insight and advisory services, even though the law would prohibit them from being a lobbyist for certain organizations. And they are literally straight up lying to the public and to the Integrity Commissioner, constantly saying that they have no recollection of certain things when there is an actual paper trail showing otherwise. And this unethical behavior goes across multiple different industries. And this type of corruption not only affects our province, but every single person living in it. Like, for example, the staffer in question, the day he left Doug Ford's office, changed the name of his company to remove his name. And right after he left, one of the first contracts that he got was from the Conservative Party to provide speechwriting and communication support. And this contract was worth over $230,000. And during this period, they were building up their firm's clientele. And the Ford government promised to review the Lobbyist Registration Act, but they have not even started doing so, because why would they? They are benefiting from this. Because remember, only Doug can get it done for his billionaire buddies and for his friends.